April 24th, a darkness came over WWE no one expected. The evil executives from TKO came up with a devious plan to purge a chunk of their roster. I don't know what they told you. I don't know what you heard. But a lot of these wrestlers won't be able to escape the purge. What is happening? We knew the releases after Mania was going to be bad, but this is bad. WWE went from a circus act to a barbershop because, man, it's been a whole lot of cutting going on. So as a lot of y'all know, WWE just went through a full purge. And this is crazy. Nikki Cross, Alba Fire, Joe Gacy, Bo Dallas, Zoe Stark, Andre Chase, Eric Rowan, Dexter Lumis, Aleister Black, Zelina Vega, Motor City Machine Guns, Kairi Sane, Apollo Crews, Santos Escobar, and a few more names that weren't as high as profile, been completely done dirty and released from WWE. Now there's two sides of this because some of these moves actually make sense. Somebody like Apollo Crews, who debuted all the way back in 2016. That's a whole decade ago, and they did absolutely nothing with one of the best in-ring performers they had. This dude always stayed in shape, stayed professional, never complained, played the good guy, finished last, and got cut. And this is crazy. That's embarrassing. But the upside, he's gonna have options. The indies and especially AEW, and I can't wait to see what's next for him. Santos Escobar is another one that just makes you scratch your head, man. He wasn't gonna re-sign with WWE. They begged and begged and begged. They pushed to re-sign him just for them to turn around and release him again. And the salt in the wound is, dude is literally fresh coming off an injury. He's still actually trying to get better, about to get back in the mix and continue his time at TNA or hit the main roster, but no! He gets released as well. Just like Zoe Starks. Remember that Raw bump she had where her leg looked like it snapped in half? She's literally been grinding non-stop, going through rehab, trying to get back, and before she can even get a return, she's out. She doesn't even get an opportunity to get on the main roster and get her character over. Y'all remember the group Pure Fusion Collective? We was online cooking this group bad because how horrible the creative was. Now look, every single member of this group is gone and released from WWE. And let's be real, that name alone should have told you it wasn't going to work. WWE does not know how to build factions anymore, dog. YS6 gone. Pure Fusion Collection gone. This is a pattern. Now I know a lot of these releases suck, but it's not the end of the world. Think about it. When one door closes, another opens. These wrestlers have an opportunity to hit the indies, go to GCW, go to AEW, and there's a lot of options out there to go in, work hard, get it from the mug, reinvent yourself, and show WWE they fumbled the ball once again. So shout out to everybody. I'm hoping the best for everybody. It doesn't make sense. WWE literally fired a chunk of their roster, and if you think about it, it's ironic. The Fed done left a lot of their wrestlers starving. And it's sad. A lot of us could have seen this coming a mile away, but that Aleister Black one, man, that caught a lot of us off guard. I don't even know where to start, y'all. Aleister Black and Vega got treated exactly like Karrion Kross and Scarlett. Literally. They didn't even give Aleister Black his own storyline. They just took what they had for Kross and gave it to him with no real direction, recycled ideas, and no real investment. Instead of him leaning into what makes him unique, they gave him watered down creative, and the second it didn't work, they released him. But here's the crazy part. Aleister Black was supposed to be in Pat McAfee's spot. He was supposed to be the mysterious voice on the phone, pulling the strings, trying to bring back the apex predator side of Randy Orton. And he was tied to one of the biggest angles going into WrestleMania 40 snooze. Then boom, release. This is crazy. Bro just got back last year. He didn't even make it 365 days until WWE decided to release the man. Zelina Vega went on Twitch, talked about her release, and also has some words for Sean Ross Sapp. I'm gonna show you this.
I'm so shocked. But Yeah, I also would have appreciated if Sean Ross Sapp or whoever announced it could have at least given me the decency to like let me do it myself first. But you, dude. Do you think your run with the U.S. title was good? I feel like they did a bad booking with you overall with the U.S. Women's title. Yeah, actually. I didn't like it. I wanted to do so much more with that. I asked and begged and pleaded and screamed. I wanted that title to be the workhorse title. I wanted to take that title to Japan, whether that was with Marigold or with Stardom. I wanted to take it to AAA in Mexico. I wanted to defend it and actually defend it, and just obviously to get it more like seen and known and like have this title be what it's supposed to be. But unfortunately, that never happened.
Now, there's also a tweet that's going crazy right now on X. It got over 1 million views. It's not confirmed, but honestly, it's not hard to believe. It says Triple H has called an emergency meeting with the entire WWE roster right now, and the vibe backstage is absolutely tense. Tonight is being called Black Friday, a true D-Day for a ton of WWE talents. Sources say TKO Group has made the brutal decision to go through with mass releases, slashing as many names as possible to cut costs in a big way. Multiple big names are reportedly on the chopping block, and fans are gonna be shocked when the list drops. Triple H is said to be addressing everyone directly as this unfolds. Expect a wave of releases to hit social media and the wrestling news sites any minute now. Man, I can see Triple H saying a bunch of BS to the wrestlers in that meeting. I tried my best to get everybody over. You got them over all right. Overcooked! It is literally your reason why most of these wrestlers are on the unemployment line. This is sad. The creative sucks. So it literally gives these wrestlers absolutely no chance to try to make anything out their character, dog. This is sad, bro. A lot of these people are literally nothing more than a tax write-off, and this is a joke. My God, man, I promise, this is not even a roster anymore. This is a revolving door. Oh, why you say that, Bobby Monsoon? Because WWE signed talent and get them spun right back out. Now, there's rumors that this is only the first wave of releases and it's gonna be a second one. It has a lot of people on edge. There's so much uncertainty right now backstage, man. Let me know in the comments what y'all think, though. There's a lot of questions that need to be answered. One of the biggest ones is, does WWE really die? Releasing talent is gonna help TKO get out of $3 billion of they're going through talent releases, and I heard it was the cut costs were tough. They're gonna need it. Does WWE really die? Releasing talent is gonna help TKO get out of $3 billion of all. It ain't gonna help them get out of all. The $3 billion of this ad is brought to you by the Pirates in the chat. Go to BobbyMonsoon.com. Get your Ruthless Depression ad t-shirt. If you're sick of the BS in professional wrestling, if you're sick of the soulless billionaires taking advantage of the fans, show them you had enough. Go to BobbyMonsoon.com. Get the Ruthless Depression ad t-shirt. Then, now, and never again. Crackdown started off with Jacob Fatu coming out, cutting a promo with a pair of his Fruit of the Loom underwear on his head for whatever reason. This is crazy. Bro really came out and thought the move was to rip some of his old underwear up, put it on his head, and say, Fatu! Cut a promo with a pair of his old underwear on. Hey, Roman Reigns, I'm gonna see you at Backlash. 5-2. Yo, shout out to my man J-Tat in the chat, bro. Bro told him, he said, man, this guy is the Samoan underwear wolf. Jacob Fatu, please. If you want us to take you serious, sir, the first thing you gotta do is take the pair of underwear off your head and cut a promo saying something other than what you said on Monday Night Raw. I apologize. It was cool 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2020. It's 2026! And we're still doing this bloodline crap. Dog, I'm over it. You got Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso coming out doing the same exact storyline we've seen. We've seen this from Sami Zayn, Jimmy Uso, Jey Uso, Solo. It's like everybody from the bloodline went through the same exact thing with Roman Reigns. This is whack! Speaking of Solo, we got an appearance from Solo Sikoa, Bachaloa, Jeff Nye, and Hakuna Matata! The MFTs come out and confront Jacob Fatu and let him know, hey, we got room for the MFTs for you. Jacob Fatu, he's not feeling it at all. He kicks Tama Tonga in the face. Tama Tonga does absolutely nothing. And dog, I don't know about y'all, but this segment just fell flat. I seen this segment. I wasn't hyped for this episode of Crackdown. I literally seen the same exact thing they did on Raw. Click copy, click paste, click copy, click paste. And now we got this meaningless match between Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu has no chance of even coming close to beating Roman Reigns. Why are we doing this, bro? Why? Next, you got Tiffany Stratton going over Julia, and man, she wins the U.S. Championship, and I'm not gonna lie, I would not be surprised if Julia is on the second wave of releases. WWE has done absolutely nothing with this woman. She won the U.S. Championship, and just like what Vega said, nobody really knows or gives the slightest crap about this championship. It is looked at as the jobber of titles, dog. And for Tiffany Stratton to have it, well, she was last year, she was at the top of the card. She fell all the way down to the lower mid-card. She's literally close to being back to NXT, if you ask me. Tiffany Stratton being the new U.S. champion means nothing. This title, this creative, this storyline, everything about this sucks. Julia had 2 title reigns. Can anyone put it in the comments of the one thing you remember from Julia's title reign? What's one thing memorable that this woman done on the main roster with that U.S. title? Absolutely nothing. Chelsea Green's the only one that had anything remotely entertaining or memorable with the Women's U.S. Championship. Like I say this all the time, since she won the championship, you should have never took the belt off her. Unless you had a formidable opponent that you was ready to bring up, like a Son Ruka, a Jada Parker, even JC Jane. Anybody from NXT that was coming up could have dethroned Chelsea Green and put some respect on the belt, but instead it's getting passed around like a hot potato. Next, you have a meaningless segment with Paige, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Brie Bella. Paige, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Brie Bella. Dog, oh my God, this sucks. Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair is literally doing the same exact thing every single week. I don't know a soul walking around on 2 feet that thinks that this creative is entertaining. This is some of the worst TV I've seen in my life. Give me a break. Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, 2 of the best women you have on the roster. Instead of them being a singles competition, instead of Alexa Bliss going for the U.S. title, put some respect on it. Charlotte Flair going for the world title or the undisputed or being in some type of storyline, they can't do nothing but this. Every week the same, I love you, you're my best friend. The same thing that we just got over with Io Sky and Rhea Ripley. My God, how does creative not know this sucks? The match sucked, and the best thing about it was JC Jane and Under the Influence, Fatal Attraction, Fatal, and I don't know these women, sorry. I don't know the gals. I know JC Jane, I don't know the other 2. Bobby, you don't watch NXT, no! It sucks! God, man. If you're an actual wrestler with good in-ring work and you have good creative, you'll be on the chopping block in the Fed. It's sad. Shout out to JC Jane. Shout out to Under the Inflatable Attraction, whatever they're called. Shout out to them. They got the most heat on the show, and I don't even know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. To say JC Jane and her crew was almost the best thing on Crackdown, it's like, it's good for JC Jane, but it's horrible if this is the best thing you have on your show when you have the Usos, Jacob Fatu, you got the African American Nightmare, you got all these people, and JC Jane comes up from NXT, and her first day, she's probably the best person on the show tonight. Speaking of the African American Nightmare, you got Raheem cutting out and cutting a T-Move version of the promo that CM Punk did on Raw. African American Nightmare grabs the microphone and says absolutely nothing. Then he tries to show a fake little jab at TKO, but trust and believe he's sitting up there with his suit up, his tie tucked all the way up in his throat, and sitting in the meetings with Ari Emanuel, Mark Shapiro, and whatever company executives that's making millions off this product. And you know the bad thing? I feel bad for Cody, bro. Like I always say, I never go too nuclear on Cody because he always got a special place in my heart because of Dusty, man. You know, Dusty in my top 5. And WrestleMania 42, it's hard for me to go super hard on Cody. I actually feel bad for bro, though, to be honest, man. Think about this, y'all. WWE literally has nobody for Cody Rhodes to feud with. We was talking about this on my live last night, dog. They have nobody. Jacob Fatu's beefing with Roman Reigns, so that's out the picture. CM Punk is on Raw, so he might be going somewhere else. We don't know where he's going yet. Randy Orton. They were going to continue to feud with Randy Orton. Remember, they was going to do Pat McAfee and Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes and Jelly Roll. Now, that got scrapped because Pat McAfee got himself out the storyline. Jelly Roll's out the storyline. Randy Orton has a back injury, and by the looks of how he left out on WrestleMania, I highly doubt he'll be back for Backlash. Cody Rhodes is left with nobody to beef with. Now, we could run the Drew McIntyre back for the 1,467,562 times. We could run that back. But my God, what are you going to have Drew lose to this dude again? Next, you got R-Truth and Damian Priest going over JC and Tama Tonga. And what do you want me to say about this match? Like what? I like R-Truth. That's my man, bro. I like Damian Priest. God, this tag team division sucks. There's not a tag team that gets on my screen that I get excited to see, man. For real, dog. Like, R-Truth and Damian Priest, they're doing their thing. It's just like nothing. Like, what's the storyline about this, bro? They're randomly just fighting the MFTs. Why? Why? Why, dog? Like, we had DIY. We had the Street Profits. We had, who else we had over there? Motor City Super Soakers. Dog, we had some solid tag teams. And it just got put all down the drain, dog. And now we just got these random tag matches. The titles mean absolutely nothing. Next, you got Trick Williams and the Gingerbread Man. This was a fire segment. Once again, Trick Williams by far is the best thing on TV. The only person that came close was JC Jane. Little Yachty was out there. He also let people know that he will be in WWE full time. He said Celebrity Mania came and went. I'm still here. I think he signed the contract. He's under contract while wrestlers are getting released. They're signing more celebrities. So sounds like WWE is on par of their creative direction. This was a fire segment. They had the Gingerbread Man out there. It came out to be Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn haluva kick Trick Williams in the corner. He beats Little Yachty and Trick Williams with the pole, takes the mask off, and he's kind of leaning into this heel character. He didn't go fully heel yet. He's just leaning into it, man. Sami Zayn is a master at... when you give Sami Zayn a story, dog, that dude is a master at telling a story. Even when they gave him honorary Oos, like, on paper, for me, I'm looking at that on paper, I'm thinking it's horrible. For him to turn that into what he turned it into, This dude is special, man. Shout out to Sami Zayn. Next, you got a match between Danhausen and The Miz, bro. And dog, The Miz hasn't won a match in 2 years. Literally, you can't even make this up. Over 2 years, he haven't won a singles match. He can't even beat Danhausen. He can't even beat Danhausen. Now, once again, Danhausen had this spot to where he does the "you are cursed" thing, then the pyro flashes, and it flashed Miz and Kit Wilson in the eyes. He did the roll up 1, 2, 3. Danhausen is still undefeated in WWE. Danhausen is gonna be 2027 Royal Rumble winner. Danhausen might win the King of the Ring. Danhausen might win the Queen of the Ring too. Danhausen might win the elimination. Danhausen might be in the Hall of Fame next year, highlighting it and headlining it. The direction he's going, bro. I said this on X. Do y'all know that Raw and Crackdown and every PLE, Danhausen, I don't think he missed one. He debuted on Elimination Chamber. Bro hasn't missed a Raw or Crackdown or PLE. He's been programmed. He's been advertised everywhere. Like I always say, I like Danhausen. I just wish they took a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of what they're doing for Danhausen and spread it around across the talent roster. Maybe you wouldn't have to do all these releases. Next, you got a promo between JCJ and Rhea Ripley, and this is what I was talking about when JC Drain, dog, she caused so much heat. I don't know why, but dog, Texas, there was a Fort Worth, they booed the crap out of this girl, man, seriously. And this solidified her. Dog. I know she was surprised. It looked like Rhea Ripley was surprised. I was surprised. A lot of people online, like, she caught major heat, and this is a good thing. The worst thing in the world is for you to come out and we don't feel nothing. We don't do nothing. We don't say nothing. We don't boo you. We don't cheer you. Nothing. That's the worst thing in the world. JCJ getting booed like that stamped her, and that was incredible for her. That's what you want as a heel. She has a match with Rhea Ripley. And right when Rhea Ripley was going for the Riptide, her crew jumped in it. They started beating Rhea Ripley up, and then they walked out. I thought we was going to get Io Sky coming out, but thank God we didn't. Thank God, man. So Rhea Ripley just took the beating, and that was it. Next, you got the final match, the main event. Solo Sikoa versus Jacob Fatu. This was a solid match. They got some good chemistry in the ring. The MFTs come out there, and I guess the MFTs want him to join. The Usos want him to join the Roman Reigns new Bloodline 2026. And Jacob Fatu say, I ain't joining nobody, man. He winds up actually beating the MFTs up. The MFTs has 10 people in the group, and they can't beat Jacob Fatu 10 versus 1. Dog, he actually beats Tama Tonga, I think, and JC up, man. He's slamming them, doing Samoa splashes through the commentary table, putting the chairs on their neck, running into the turnbuckle, bro, going crazy. And it ends with JC looking at the Usos, and this was one of the worst SmackDowns. Oh, I'm sorry, Crackdowns you can ever imagine. A waste of 3 hours on a Friday night. Thanks a lot, Paul Levesque. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. And I say my man Sir Smoke a Lot say this, bro. I think Triple H needs to be the next one on the release list. This is sad. We might get a second wave of releases, so let's see what happens. A lot of people are on edge, man. Let me know in the comments what y'all think about this, man. We got Monday Night Raw, and God, bro. I cannot believe it's after WrestleMania and we're literally back to square one. And it's like, I gotta be a fool for thinking anything else was gonna happen. Seriously. But let me know in the comments what y'all think about that, man. I'ma holler at y'all. It's Bobby Monsoon 215. Like, comment, subscribe. Bow!